almost live.
Yeah, pills that I take.
We're live. We're live now. So
medicine, if it's good for you, it tastes bad. You know it.
Yeah.
There's a joke there, and I'm not going to go any further with it.
I didn't catch that. Sorry.
No, don't worry. No, it's not for live transmission.
Okay.
Come on in, folks. We see you out there. It's time for Comics by Night. It is the 1st of May. You know what that means. It's April Fool's Day.
It means it's nearly Christmas.
It's April Fool's Day. Don't believe anything you read today on the net. Nothing. Don't believe it. It's not true.
April.
What was that thing Jimmy Carter said on that speech? He said, apart from what I say next, everything else is a lie.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Oh, my head hurts.
Was it? I got a Groucho Marx quote here somewhere. Nope, not that one. Let's try. Nope, not that one. That's Kirby. Never mind.
Fuck off, you're standing on
Obviously,
my toe.
we're not going to find it. If you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. There we go.
Yeah.
The secret to life is honesty and fair dealing. If you can fake that, you've got it made. There we go.
If only.
If only. Running the opening.
Let's do this.
Here we go.
You bunch of losers! What was that? This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with feeling.
You like movies about gladiators?
No matter where you go, there you are.
That's right, folks. Comics by Night.
Cracks up every time.
I just saw that movie a few months ago with my wife. She never saw it, and we have a blast watching it.
It's always fun to break in virgins. Haven't seen shows like that. You gotta sit here and watch this. You gotta sit there and watch this. It's a great movie. I ran across What's Up, Doc over the weekend. If you haven't seen that, Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal, John Bogdanovich, actually
I saw
directing
that when it
a
came
comedy.
out.
Yes, Barbara Streisand plays.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Go on. No, sorry.
No. Barbara Streisand plays Bugs Bunny. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Brian. You saw that movie when?
I saw it when it came out in 1972, and I haven't watched it since. I wonder what
Has it got any car chases in it?
There's some car chases in it.
Are there any aliens?
No aliens.
Are there any
Barbara
blaster fights?
No zombies.
Is there a
No
martial
zombies.
arts battle? If it hasn't any of these things, I'm not interested.
No. But
Just
close.
no interest. No, don't care.
There's a pie fight. There's a chase scene through San Francisco that's fun. And
Are they actually engaged in a martial arts battle on top of the car while it's in the chase? I rest my case.
Dodging bullets in slow motion.
Yeah, not interested.
There are great plaid suitcases, though. Anyway, and Barbara Streisand gets to play Bugs Bunny.
That'll keep me going.
It's excellent. All right, folks, Comics by Night. I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman. I do Arrow Comics, but my current gig right now is writing The Atlantean, which I'm incredibly proud of. The adventures of Cull and Brule, sword and sorcery adventures as they travel the land, looking to rid their world of shape-shifting lizard demons and other bad things. The 4th campaign is closed up now. The print file is almost done and ready to go to press. Should be out here in a couple of weeks. Looking forward to it. Also joining me this morning, Mr. Glenn Fleming. Glenn, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name's Glenn Fleming. I'm a writer, artist, and publisher. I write books such as this one, which details my visits to see the great Jack Kirby to his home in California. Occasionally, I publish this magazine called Comics Unlimited, which is the 100-page magazine about the history of comics. Check it out. They're all on Amazon. 15 issues there. And I can also see in the future, because I want to show you this drawing I did 10 years before I met Russ Leach for a cover of a comic.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
There he is. Look.
Ooh. I've got very big lips there.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Oh,
That's it.
All right. Also joining us this morning, Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, please introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning. My name's Russ Leach. I'm a comic book artist from the UK. I'm currently working on the Atlantean. If you want to prop up what I've just shared, I did the pin up in the back of the book this time round because I thought I'd do it. If you like this kind of stuff, bit of sword and sorcery, bit of fighting monsters and shit like that, go to russleach.com, sign up for that email list, and you can find out when issue 4 will be available, because you can't get it now because the campaign's finished. But once every backer's got their book, then a second print will go out. It'll go out to Amazon. You'll be able to pick it up there. So you want to find out all about that, go to russleach.com and sign up for the email list.
Please do it now. Also joining us this morning, Marv, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Marvi. I'm a comic book artist from Portugal, and right now I'm doing Deadliest Catch. I'm in the inking stage right now, horror short story, and I'm on page 37 of my graphic novel, Moon, with lots of wolves, ravens, hunters, and bears.
Nice.
Very cool stuff. Thank you.
Cool.
Ooh, lions, the bears. Oh my.
Oh my. Yeah.
The crazy lady.
Russ asked to look at something physical this week, so it's MARADA.
Oh, it's like something I can get my hands on.
Yeah. This is a Marvel graphic novel.
Wow. Look at that. That's a hell of a cover.
Yeah.
Image. Who did that?
John Bolton.
John
Right?
Bolton.
Bolton did that.
It's artwork.
Wow.
Artwork by Bolton, written by some guy named Christopher S. Claremont, whoever that guy is.
Whoever that is. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. Suddenly
Oh,
posh
look
with
at
the graphic novel.
$5.95.
Yeah.
Actually, I took the sticker off. Here, I bought this at a show for $3.
oh my God.
Which is technically more expensive than the $5.95 it originally came out for.
Anymore. Yeah. Thing is,
This is
that it
gorgeous.
came with an authentic coffee stain, so I felt it needed to be in my collection.
Yes, yeah, everything with a coffee stain.
Says what copyright 1985 by Christopher S. Claremont.
Yeah,
I think he was here in Portugal last year at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. Yeah.
Oh wow, is the whole thing painted?
Yeah.
It is.
Good God,
Yeah.
And
what a book!
What an opener.
hang on
Look
just
at that.
a second. I'm going to try to rearrange the lighting because I've got up here in the top here. It looks like a bad reflection. So let me
Well, don't
see what
worry
I can
too
do.
much. It's only a bit in the corner.
I know, but it's distracting. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves for a sec.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All hand painted, all hand lettered
Yeah,
on the comic
you
page.
see, yeah, but he was. That's the trouble. You'd love to do this kind of stuff, but I'm only. I want to do a painted book, but I can't do it till I'm getting a retirement income because
Yeah.
nobody's going to pay me the page rate to do it.
Mm.
It's pretty simple.
You have to pay yourself.
Yeah, nobody's going to pay. Back then, you could, this guy would have been paid a half decent page rate,
Of course he would, yeah.
and it would have been a work of you know, somebody he'd have loved it, and he'd have put the effort in and created these great illustrations. And he'd have been paid for it. It might not have been paid what it was truly worth, and you know, but he got paid for it. But now,
Also, he would just to underline that he would have the beauty of that lovely contract.
Yes,
it was going to pay him for so many pages. What he turned in gives him a bit of an incentive to get on with it, get it finished, to get the
make
full
it look
contract,
good.
You know?
So you can get another job, and like all that's pretty much gone now.
Yeah.
You see a lot of it on the French comics. There's a lot of people that continues to do wash and inks and watercolors, especially watercolors. They are crazy about watercolors. It's impressive the books that comes out in watercolors in France.
Yeah. But that's European. The European market is still fairly vibrant, and obviously the Japanese market, but the American market, it's not about quality anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, it's really looked at as an art form in Europe and Japan a lot more than it is here in the States. There's still a bad contingent of kiddie literature believers out there who think comics are for kids and only kids. We see that better?
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
All right.
Wow.
This is awesome.
This is like in the TV 21 days, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the full color artwork, painted. It's just beautiful.
I'm sure he was very influenced by that material. Bellamy and Noble, right?
Yep.
Phenomenal stuff.
We must try and get round to doing the Trigon Empire sometime.
Yeah, I need to find a copy of it.
I'll send you mine. It cost me £100 to send it to you.
At least.
Yeah. Wow.
It's not something that's going to be easily reprinted either.
So I'm thinking that this has all been hand lettered, but I bet it's on overlays because John Bolton is in England, and I can't imagine him sending the pencils for this all across the ocean to be lettered.
The great Tom Wojciechowski.
Yeah, so I reckon he would.
I'm sure you're right.
Would be done on overlays.
Yeah.
And if I was John Bolton and done this work, I would have taken it to New York. Never mind, sent it in the post. Maybe he did.
Yeah, I wouldn't have trusted the post with this kind of stuff.
No, spending 6 months on this and then it gets lost.
Yeah, and it gets mangled in
Since
a post.
the 80s, he just ship over a Quark file, right?
At
this point.
Not in 85.
No, 90s.
I tell you what he might have done though. He might have had it scanned. He might have had it scanned over here.
Yeah.
And made film something and sent that.
Could have been.
But anyway, whatever he did, it's a good job. There we go. So Marvin, into that top left there with that girl, he's saying, it's actually in Portuguese, he's saying mad woman.
Yeah.
he kills everybody, he opens the door and goes, mad woman. She's going to be really pleased about that.
Yeah. After a lifetime of experience, I would consider that you don't really need to say the word mad at the start of that sentence. They're all bonkers.
I'm glad you said that.
No, I said with the greatest of respect. I have a wife of 32 years, and she's fantastic, but she's completely and utterly mad, and every woman I've met has been as well.
Well, I told you the Tom Jones joke this week.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and that's just the way it is, and it's great.
Yep. Just had my 35th on Wednesday.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's why I was gone last weekend.
Penance.
Pretty much. Yeah, we donated to the local Indian tribes. That's what it was. We hit a couple casinos.
Those little shorts he's got on there, look.
Yeah.
A bit cheeky, aren't they?
Yay. Hey, look at them. Tight bum. Well, there's a lot of covering on top and not a lot of covering underneath.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes he's fully painted and sometimes it's full ink
blurry.
outline.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just light touch, isn't it? It's just nicely done.
Nice folds on that second panel of the girl.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, you see, he's full on ink this. It's a proper ink job, and then he's just gone back and painted.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Well, back then they were really playing around with different color systems. And they were trying to perfect, something that they could use in comics that was better than the plastic plates that they were playing with loud, gaudy colors. And I think the way this might have been done is he went through and inked it and then went through and laid in color in behind it, almost like with a layer in Photoshop. They were playing with the way to, who was it? Now Comics had it for a while. They could shoot. They had a special technique where they were shooting black and white artwork onto a special film and paper. And on the film, all of the black screen would be there, everything that was black or dotted black. And then underneath that, they burned a non-photo blue copy of the blacks, and they were able to paint on that and then overlay the black on top of it. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be this technique. I don't know. Maybe our new guest will know. Scott, are you there?
Why, yes, I do know.
Oh, it's a disembodied voice from the past.
And you guys, you must behave yourself in the dark. I see you. Actually, I do know this. I've actually done this technique of translating the black layer into a blue line. And unfortunately, at the time, they could only print the blue line out on glossy photo paper stock.
Ooh.
So it was incredibly difficult to color on without making an absolute mess. So if Bolton is doing that here, he's absolute master of applying colors to that kind of surface. So
probably
maybe
not. He might be inking
different,
over his own.
kind of watercolors or
paint.
something.
Yeah.
I think he's likely to be on board.
Of course, do you know
Probably
where where was Bolton living at the time when he did this?
I'm pretty sure it was England.
I wonder if there must be. I wonder if they had maybe a different process over there.
No, I reckon he's done it on board, and then, as Randy was saying earlier, maybe had it scanned and sent as either plates or. I mean, 80. Where are we? 85? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, 85.
It's really prior. It's prior to any major digital work, isn't it? It's prior to all that.
Yeah.
At 85, he could have easily had the whole thing just photographically separated.
Yeah, I think that's probably most likely.
John Bolton currently resides in London with his wife, Liliana, and their two sons, James and Edward.
Wait, at the time that.
As of this
Yeah,
that's a while ago.
How young and 80s he looks in the picture there. I believe he has a mullet.
Oh, weren't that we all with dark beards? And
no, there's no mullet there, mate. No mullet detected.
No mullet.
Yeah.
All right.
But that was
it would have been
gorgeous color.
It would have been in at the time anyway, not passe like it is now. What were you saying? Scott,
mullets were never in. They were only ever in Australia. Everywhere else was a joke.
No, I was
Say
just
that's
saying
Billy Ray's
that.
virus.
Yeah, Bolton did such an awesome job with that color. He must have been working on watercolor stock or illustration board or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it was
The-
illustration board. Yeah.
Yeah, the blending is way too fine, way too controlled.
Yeah. But it doesn't really look like watercolor, but it could be.
Yeah, probably
He's
could. And because he was so damn good.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they're inks, Glenn?
I think they're inks, yeah.
Oh, colored inks versus watercolor?
Yeah.
They're very vibrant, the colours.
I think he's using the good old Dr. Martens there. I don't know, but that's what I think. Yeah.
Look at that face on the top
But
right.
he's like Barry Smith, isn't he? He's an illustrator, he's a painter rather than a comic book artist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he brings all that, although like Barry Smith does, he brings all that discipline in there.
Yeah. Look at that. The bottom, the lower left-hand corner of the page there with that purple back shadow of that thing. Oh my God, is that gorgeous?
Here.
Yeah.
No, up.
No, on the bottom right.
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Oh right, okay. Because he's done the same technique there on both pages, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
Man.
The lighting.
Just unbelievable. I love that in the upper right hand corner of the right page, that shaman or wizard's face with that the multi levels of shadows and colors. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's as good as anything Wrightson ever did. Easily. Man, oh man. Amazing.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Look at that hand.
Yeah.
I'm liking that that old geezer's face on the top right there.
Oh yeah. Jason Bates.
Skin and that. It's great.
And that green on the bottom left. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
The veins in his hands. Look at that. Not those veins.
Though, this brings up a pet peeve of mine that I've always had a problem with fully painted pages, is that the lettering balloons and narration boxes always look so almost out of place on top of all that beautiful color. If there was just some way they could blend them a little bit more subtly, so they're not these glaring, white or yellow globs sitting on top of the paints.
Yeah.
Well, if you check out Don Lawrence's Trigon Empire, they're actually typeset. Stuck on I've seen a piece of the original artwork, and the word balloons were actually stuck on, and there was some of it had fallen off, and you could see the yellowing glue underneath on top of this beautifully painted artwork.
Oh man!
I was just saying earlier that I think this is obviously hand lettered, but I think it's probably done in overlays. I doubt this is directly on the artwork.
Yeah.
Lettered by Tom Orzechowski.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom. Well, yeah,
Scott.
it's beautifully lettered, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a matter of production, not execution. Like you just figure a way to.
Doesn't Tom live in Michigan? Pretty sure.
I believe. Well, I think he lives in Ohio now.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's from Michigan.
It's somewhere here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Or sheet work.
I wonder if you had some kind of photo reference for those splash pages for him to do the splash pages, if you had some kind of models or whatnot, because they are so realistic if you compare to other panels. Maybe he had, I don't know.
I think a lot of this is photo reference.
Alex Ross used to do, right?
Yeah. I think Bolton did use models here and there, but again, his drawing is always so strong. I can believe he could have rendered it on his own, but you never know. Oh, real quick, if I could, Randy, just a quick point of personal business. Are you going to be able to make it to the talk here in Muskegon at the museum next week?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'll have to look at it. I'm not
It's
sure.
It's going to be Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I completely forgot about that.
Thank
you so much for that reminder. I know. I will definitely do my best to get there.
Okay, I'll be talking to the museum tomorrow, and I'll.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that reminder.
Yeah, because I figured you'd want to do that.
Yeah,
you've got the. It just makes me laugh. This artwork. You've got these classically trained, classically talented artists doing these full color renderings of this fantastic story, and then you've got and then it meets America. Bonk.
Where? What do you mean?
You don't know what I mean? This lovely rendered artwork, right? Beautiful, isn't it? And then on that
Yeah,
panel
yeah.
there, where she's throwing the dagger, it says bonk. You know, that's from Fantastic Four 25. You know, bonk.
just a little bit misplaced.
it's our man Christopher.
Yeah,
getting his getting his page rate.
Getting his panel rate. Yeah, it's got to have something in every panel. Oh shit! What we're going to put in here? I know, bonk. We'll make it a headline as well, and then we'll get a bit more money too.
You know, this really reminds me of Hal Foster's Prince Valiant.
Yeah,
a lot of this, especially the posing and the technique, just the way it looks in general.
Certainly the composition does.
Yeah, very much so. Like here, that panel could come straight out of Prince Valiant, real easy.
Yeah, no doubt. Is Bolton still around?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
as far as I know, yeah.
Is he doing any work these days, or?
I have no idea. If he is, he's probably doing it for European publishers who respect him.
True.
That bottom panel's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
Bolton always reminded me of one of those other great British strip artists. The one you guys.
Barry Smith.
Who's that?
Barry Smith.
No.
You talking about Frank Bellamy?
Yeah, Bellamy. That's it.
Right.
Oh yeah, Frank Bellamy's also just awesome. God, that's amazing.
Born 1941. Oh no, sorry, 1951. 1951. Known for his dense painted style, which often verges on photorealism. He's one of the first British artists to come to work in American comics industry, a phenomenon which took root in the late 80s and has since become standard practice. Horror, other media, bibliography. Last thing they list is Shame with writer Laverne. Oof. Ken Zierski, Renegade Arts Entertainment, Conception 2011, Pursuit in 2013, and Redemption in 2015. That's the last thing that's noted here of his work. Is a trilogy he did, and I'm not even sure who printed it.
Man.
Comic art, yeah. Renegade Arts Entertainment. Yeah, that's who did it.
Okay.
It must be a European publisher. Renegade Arts. Anybody know?
Yeah, I think they are. It rings a bell.
Yeah. Like I said, he's somewhere where he's respected and loved. And that's probably an old submission to the wiki. There's probably more stuff he's done in the last 10 years.
Yeah. Now, did Claremont write this?
Yeah.
Or did both?
No. No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Claremont. Yeah, Claremont wrote it. Yeah.
Okay.
He's real proud of it too, because he signed it Christopher S. Claremont.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, his whole name credited. Boy, that left page in that L-shaped panel with the girl dancing. Oh my God, is that beautiful? Jeez.
Reminds me of the splash page with Red Sonja that Barry Windsor Smith did for Conan.
Yeah.
I think it was number 25. Yeah.
Oh.
Only the girl's in a different position.
Yeah.
Really nice.
That's a nice shot on the second page, the third panel. The guy's face.
Oh, yeah.
Very sort of mean.
Boy, that's a tutorial on how to do backlighting. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I love that demon at the bottom of the page. That just screams Frazetta influence. Right there. God,
yeah,
it does. Yeah, where they're chained up. Yeah, it does.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, it even looks demonic. It almost doesn't even look human, even though it's got the basic tenets of a human thing. Because it's just something about the way the body is shaped and.
I think Chris has been watching Rosemary's Baby with this one.
Dear Billy.
Hasn't he?
So that's where Junior went. I didn't realize.
Beer.
It does.
The details changes drastically from one page to another, from panel to panel. Sometimes you have these kind of blurry images, and then you have those very detailed paintings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. With a left panel, left page, the first middle panel with him laying over on top of her like that, over the top of her. Man, that lighting is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jeez, how big. It reminds me of some classical painting. I can't place it though. Something. I can't remember who, but man, boy, Bolton sure understood lighting. Man, oh man. Oh, and the right page, lower right corner, his back, the way that is shadowed.
Yeah.
And then that very subtle violet secondary shadow. Jesus. Unbelievable. Ugh.
Yeah, instead of being all black. Yeah.
There we go. Oh, nice figure. The top of the right page, the left top corner. Man, that's a great figure leaping out. Wow. It almost has an Alan Davis flow to it.
Yeah.
Same influences.
This is one of those where we're too busy looking rather than speaking. We're just like, wow.
Yeah.
I know.
Look at that. Look at that bottom panel there where she's crying next to that guy in the bed.
Oh, yeah. Though that looks like The Death of Plato was the name of the painting? Some classical piece, I think, something like that. That is just so classic.
Here.
Yeah.
Very much so. Sorry, chat. Haven't meant to ignore you this morning. Glad you're here, everybody. Come on in. Chat's wide open. Hell yeah, great book. George Peter. Gaddis says, was Miranda a Red Sonja version or a Red Sonja version or a Red Sonja version? I think it's just, it might have started out to be a Red Sonja story that Claremont decided to take and, change the character on. I have no idea. Hello, friends. How is everyone today? Dave, we're doing okay.
Good.
Glad you're here,
Doing
Dave.
good.
Genuine Comics. Very atmospheric artwork. Yes, it is.
Oh,
very
boy,
unique.
no doubt. And look at the folding on the red cape in that bottom lower right corner.
Yeah. Here as well.
Yeah. Oh man, look at those folds. That's so good.
Look at here. Just amazing.
There I can believe there was photo references used because those folds are just too convincing. They're just, oh man.
Wow.
Awesome. Oh, man.
It's amazing the work you can get when you allow the work to breathe.
Oh yeah. Man,
A little.
oh, man.
And not intentionally decompress everything, but just allow it to breathe.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
The page on the left reminds me a lot of those drawings by Matt Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Very much in the same level. Yeah. Schultz is just awesome.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Man. He's going to be at the upcoming Heroes Con in North Carolina. He is there every year, but he's going to have some new drawings and a couple of new book collections. Oh, God. Just amazing.
How much are the tickets for Comic-Con in the US? Because here is around $45 a day. $50. Let's say $50 is for 45 euros. It's around $50 here.
That's about average for some of the bigger shows here.
Every show charges different prices, though, depending upon their needs agreed or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wanted to go this year because we had Frank Miller and John Romita Jr.
There you go.
No, not this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does vary from show to show, but the bigger shows, that's about average.
Yeah. If it's a really big show, I think it was $75 for a weekend pass at Motor City for the fall show, something like that.
That's about right.
Yeah, he was around 80 plus something.
They're a major show, probably one of the most major shows in the Midwest.
Man.
That's really nice.
Tentacles.
Oh, yeah. And this was printed about when? 85?
85.
Yeah.
I would love to see what they could do nowadays with the improvement in printing technology. I wonder how much of this.
No, I think they will mess that up, like the reprints that they have done. I have some reprints from stories from the 70s, from one from a comic from France, and the new technology just it's so bad. The printing is so bad, and the colors are not so vibrant like in the 70s.
It's like 4K compared to like proper cinema reel. It's the enshittification of everything. They just made everything worse. I think we got to a pinnacle of everything in about 1998.
Yeah, and that's so frustrating because there is such phenomenal printing technology out there. It's just that a lot of these the comic companies and magazine companies don't utilize it. And with these days,
to keep it cheap.
That all the bigger comic collections now seem to be coming from Timu.
Oh,
Timu.
yeah. Oh, my God.
Timu Comics.
Timu omnibuses.
Oh, my God.
Had a guy whip out a Avengers collection that was the size of, it was bigger than the old Marvel treasuries, and as thick as an omnibus in hardback.
No
That
kidding.
thing, you could kill somebody with it just by trying to hand it to them.
And how was the printing look like? What did it look like?
Oh, the printing looked fine compared to, they were running off of dot matrix coloring.
Oh,
all
geez.
all the old coloring system was there. It's kind of nostalgic. It looked pretty cool. All that great old John Romita Avengers work. Yeah. Or not Romita, sorry, John Buscema Avengers work. Just phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
You can't get much better than that, can you?
No,
No,
you
not
can't.
really.
Not that era. Right in there.
No, but see, I see that panel, the bottom of the left-hand page where those tentacles are starting to come up behind her. I can't help but think that if somebody could take the originals and rescan them and really do a good job of getting, good color from those scans and then the direct to printing, I can't help but wonder how much detail we'd see pick up that might have kind of, darkened up here.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Well, the printing on this I thought was a little spotty on this graphic novel because some of it's a little too light, I think.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if she's supposed to be that albino looking.
I'm not sure.
So I think
I do see they're using thought balloons.
Oh yeah, where's that?
You don't see that anymore. Go ahead, Glenn.
I was going to say that with better scanning, this would work because if you look at the left-hand page, it's very muddy, and then the right-hand page is not bleached out, but lighter against the contrast of the last panel.
I'm with you there, Glenn. I think it's the scanning technology rather than the printing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, however good the printing is, it's only as good as the scan.
Yeah.
That's true.
Improve. But I'll tell you what is superb is that look at on the big panel on the right where the tentacle has got to look at the leather of her shoes.
Yeah.
The boots. Look at the leather, that tone there.
Yeah.
I feel like a bit of leather.
As soon as you especially when it looks like that.
All right, where'd the ding? What was that for?
Oh, that's what I like about leather.
We all like a bit of leather, mate. Ding dong. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Nice.
Say the weird thing.
Say the weird thing.
I'm thinking this, as you know, I have many awards for my comic book writing. So I'm thinking this would have been better if it would have been written as like a prose rather than like a comic. If it would have been written in the first person,
Yeah.
from the girl's point of view, and not in balloons. I think these balloons are absolutely wrecking this artwork.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
That's Scott was saying,
And as you know, I'm a world-renowned letterer. This isn't the best lettering person around. I know who it is, and I'm not being disrespectful. I don't mean to be, but the artwork is just superb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So if they gave it more of a Prince Valiant treatment, accompanying text underneath the visuals,
maybe, or even reversed out of the background because there's a lot of but the whole thing is rendered, isn't it? So you've got a lot of background you could just reverse the text out from. But it's Claremont and it's over wordy again because he does like to write novels on his comics.
That's true.
I'm leaving now because I'm going to get in really trouble. I'm going to get in serious trouble, but I'm saying the past 2 minutes. Oh, look at that.
Oh, no. Glenn, you're welcome. For one, you're welcome to your opinion. And for two, I can't say I can argue with your opinion at all.
Look at his stumpy little hooves.
Man.
See, that to me, that drawing of that devil is scary because to me it's real. It's like he must have seen him at some point.
Yeah, it's horrible.
A photo reference of the devil. I mean, look at those legs.
God.
Wow.
chalk a
That is
Ouija board
awesome.
off for a business expense. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
No tail,
it's
mind.
called.
No.
Had to
That's
call
a
up
good
a
one.
satyr for reference material. Here we go.
He's a wee dumpy fellow.
Yeah.
Nice ass.
Yeah.
But he's got tits as well.
Yeah, he's got moves.
Well,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
great.
Man boobs.
Yeah, he's got the man boo.
I will say this though, real quick. Back in that the left-hand page, where she's coming through the doorway.
Yeah.
That's some really nice, attractive coloring on her as a figure.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I can't but wonder how much of that would come through on all of the reproductions of her.
Yeah.
If it was a better scan or a better, capture of the reproductions.
The only thing dodgy about that drawing is the door.
Yeah.
The shape of the door.
Yeah, it's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's absolutely
Well,
brilliant.
the door is pointier than the archway.
Mhm.
Looks like it.
It wouldn't fit, would it? But it's superb. I'm going to shut up now.
Shut up, Glenn.
Oh,
It's the new shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Glenn.
Flaming sword, everyone. Flaming sword.
Oof,
There we
look at
Yeah.
Like the 80s cliche, when in doubt, whip it out.
that. Ooh,
man,
look at
oh,
that.
man.
Somebody's erasing hard there in the background. It's
No doubt. Boy, oh boy. Man, oh man.
still up to Dave going, hey.
And he's
Very
right, very
atmospheric art.
very atmospheric art, no doubt.
Yep.
God,
Speaking of Chris Claremont, is his situation still the same, Randy? You know, he's what was going on, being paid or something.
Yeah, last I knew. Though I do understand he was writing a book for Marvel last time I heard, one of the X-Men books.
Right.
I don't know how long that gig lasts, but he's still being paid not to work.
Paid not to work. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Marvel came in. Claremont's contract was coming up on I guess X-Men, and they decided to pick him up for pretty much a lifetime exclusive. They pay him to do whatever they want him to do. I think he's under contract for a minimal amount of pages a year or something, and it's like next to nothing. But they keep him very happy and very much healthy and away from DC.
Huh.
But they don't use him.
They don't. They hardly ever use him. And you see him every once in a while for an odd project, maybe one a year if you're lucky. And
So it's dog in the manger thing then.
Well, he doesn't. They say he's nostalgic now. He just wouldn't understand the characters.
What?
So most of the work he does is from that time period, like the 90s, 80s, 90s X-Men, as opposed to the modern X-Men.
When it was good.
When it was good, yes.
I'm going to say he more or less defined it, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
And somebody went through and got the clearance on the license for the Elsewind material that Byrne did. That those are coming out.
They're printing that now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not just that. Somebody inked them and colored them.
Oh,
wow!
So they're coming out. They're coming out completely done.
Well, from what you showed us, Randy, they should have just printed the pencils.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
they could have. Yeah, that was.
That's the best work he's ever done.
They could do it.
Yeah.
They could do a companion book. They could do it in color and do it in pencil.
That's true. Oh yeah.
Marvel have missed the trick not publishing that themselves.
Yeah,
Well,
he
that's
has
their-
lost literally not a step from when he was in his prime to now. Matter of fact, I think he's probably gotten better.
Especially on something that he loves, and you could tell that there was a lot of love in that work.
Oh yeah.
It
Man.
just the like I said, just the best work I've ever seen him do.
Oh
It's
yeah.
phenomenal. So some alternate publishing company who went through and licensed this stuff out, I hope does incredibly well with it, because I think it's an iconic, almost keynote work, because it's got everybody in it. And Byrne did it as a letter of love, literally, to the whole Marvel universe that he knew at the time. And
Yeah.
literally, he got to draw everybody in it. The Avengers crossed through it, the Fantastic Four and Hulk crossed through it. There's all sorts of
that's awesome.
There's all sorts of great stuff. Have you seen the material, Scott?
A little bit here and there. When he posted on his site.
Yeah, go back and take a look at our Elsewhere episodes here on Comics by Night.
Okay.
We went through 2 volumes of this stuff. It's just amazing.
Oh yeah, geez.
He did his own lettering too on that. You could tell it's just Byrne doing a love letter to the work that he did back when, and it picked up right at 139. And instead of Jean Grey dying, she ends up going back to the mentality of a 5-year-old.
Oh, okay. That's right.
They drop her off at her parents.
To do.
Yeah,
that. Yeah, but
he got to do what the X-Men he wanted to do.
Yeah. Wow.
And
awesome.
That's why it's Elsewhere, or Elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Who is one that picked up the license to do it?
I'm not sure. I don't remember who's printing it, but it is an outside printer.
Yeah.
Well, they came in and I guess licensed the rights from Marvel, got the rights from Byrne, and inked it and colored it.
I wonder if that's IDW.
No,
it seems like
it's an independent house that's printing it.
No kidding, boy! What a coup for them.
Yeah,
man.
Well, somebody was smart enough to wrestle the rights, so. Yeah. And Marvel was stupid enough to let him go because and that might have been a condition for Byrne anyway. He might not have wanted Marvel to print it, but somebody else come up and offered to get the licensing and independently print it. He allowed that.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's how that went down.
So that means that Marvel get a bunch of money for doing nothing, basically.
They got probably a flat fee, yeah, depending.
To me, it begs the question that if they would pass a license on, grant a license to someone to publish one of their characters, one of their titles, for a flat fee, why don't they print it themselves and make most of the money?
Well, they're not able to think in that direction. They're too busy trying to come up with ways to tick off the reader in order to supposedly gain new sales.
Yeah,
which I'd love to see if they're actually being successful at that. Which
no, they're not being successful at all. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But of course, they've go to great lengths now to hide the numbers, so you don't know for sure. And whatever they put in a press release, you pretty much have to believe. It's you have to take their word for it. They say that they're going 500,000 print run. And they only print 250. Nobody's really going to know unless somebody digs in and looks at the stats. And there's nobody doing comic journalism anymore like that.
Yeah, and they don't really publish those kind of figures like they used to.
Nope, they sure don't.
I'm sure the accountant and the tax people know the true figure.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that left-hand splash! Wow,
wow,
that is so cool. Man, oh man.
Wow, Royal Hunt.
Now, is this a different story or continuation of?
Probably the next chapter. I'm under the impression this was a 3-issue miniseries that they put together into a graphic novel.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Did Bolton ever draw Conan?
I don't know.
He did Cull. He was in you guys' backyard, but I don't think he ever did Conan.
I'm not even sure about the Cull that he had done.
No, I'm almost sure he did. I believe he worked on either a graphic novel or a limited series.
Because his artwork is so similar to Barry Smith, it lends it to that kind of thing, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, really, his first notoriety was in horror, wasn't it?
I don't know.
More than the fantasy stuff.
Before you turn, I've just seen something.
Okay.
First page, right? Splash page. The girl with the dark hair. Look where her arrow's going.
Straight through that guy's head.
Yeah, I thought, because I looked at her and she's obviously fired. I thought, where's the arrow? And then boom, I saw
It could be
back.
through the neck, but
Yeah,
hideous.
Bloody painful, whatever it is.
Unk.
I don't think he's getting up from that one.
He walked right into it too.
I imagine the power going through because he's only about 3 feet away.
Yeah.
Tell that guy on Deliverance about it.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Bolton did a Cole story in Marvel's Bizarre Adventures, and then he did the Cole the Conqueror series.
Right.
One of the 2 different Conqueror series. I think that was 3 issues or something he did with the Conqueror. But yeah, he did. Bolton did Cole.
All right.
Beautiful work.
Dig him up.
All black and white.
I get the impression that John Bolton's the kind of artist where he's given an assignment and then you just forget about him for 3 months and let him get on with it, and he comes back with this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I imagine he's doing 15-hour days, and his wife's bringing him sandwiches and making him go to bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's true or not. It might take him an hour to do this. I don't know.
Sandwiches.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of time gone into this, isn't there?
But for as well known as he is, as much of a family, I know almost next to nothing about him.
Yeah,
just a little bit about his work, and that's really about it. He's really quite I kind of think he's kind of like a recluse. He just kind of.
I saw him. He was at a convention in mid-80s in London. I saw him there, but I didn't speak to him. But he was doing a couple of panels. He was hanging around with Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons and those people.
But
gotcha. You couldn't get near, And
he never came to the panel. He never came to the States for a show, did he? Maybe San Diego, but
I'm sure he's been here at one point or another. Done a tour. It's just a lot of those guys you can't get over here on a regular basis.
The only one I see like doing that is Alan Davis. He tends to come over a fair amount.
Yeah.
But usually only for the bigger shows. But
yeah, Gibbons has done quite a bit over here as well over the years. He's done quite a few shows. I haven't seen him do one very much lately, but
there's some that yellowish panel with her screaming or something. That definitely has the feel of a photo reference to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an artist that was referencing a lot from porn movies. I think he was working on Marvel, and you see that in every panel he was taking from there every single reference.
Oh yeah,
Greg Land.
Greg Land.
Yeah, that was the name of the guy. Yeah,
He wasn't referencing; he was tracing.
Yeah,
there is a difference.
Yeah. There's a difference. Yes, indeed. Yes.
And you had to have, I guess, seen the original material, and that's
I don't know. It was pretty obvious. You could see. Yeah, you could see from the figures. It was pretty obvious. It was, titillating stuff. I wasn't impressed.
From what I understand, he was pulling it from a lot of adult cinema.
Yeah, it's from porn. Yeah, sure. Exactly.
Porn.
Yeah.
He caught a lot,
and he was tracing it. So
and reusing some of them.
There's a clear difference between the art before he started tracing and the art afterwards.
Oh yeah,
massive difference. Yeah, not good.
Which is too bad, because when he first started out getting into comics, he came from a background of being a sign painter, and he had when he first started with comics, it was all self-generated from some reference here and there, but his stuff was just phenomenal. And then for some reason he drifted over to that photorealism, and that's when he started screwing himself. I mean, just just terrible swipes, terrible steals.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's
what did
awful stuff.
what did I catch?
I mean,
What, I got
there are no rules
That's
to
all right.
comic books, and everybody needs to trace occasionally. Everybody needs to reference, but the whole point, and I keep saying this, keep coming back to it. The whole point of sequential art is that it is sequential art. Okay, it tells a story, it moves, and if all you do is trace or take specific reference to make your panels, then they will not have the energy of if you've actually created them yourself,
Oh yeah,
if you've
Mhm.
generated the flow of the story. Okay, and it doesn't matter how much energy there might be in the picture you're tracing, if it isn't, if all you're doing is tracing images from porn, okay, then you've got to in some way try and manipulate your story so that they're into the right position just for that particular panel so that you can trace it. So you're not all about the story, you're about your reference,
yeah.
or you're about your
Yes.
tracing. Yeah, you're not
Yep.
thinking, how do I tell the story best?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's
Exactly.
what
Yes.
sequential
Too
art
true.
is.
Yep.
If they're using
You know what that
porn-
means? Yeah. Go ahead, Glenn.
If they're using porn
Go
as
ahead, Glenn.
reference, they're obviously getting distracted.
Well, like Scott said earlier, he screwed himself.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. Back to the page, right? Top, the right-hand page, second panel where she's waking up. Who says, "What a delightful surprise! I still live." Who says that? She's just been
Oh
stabbed.
my.
She's just been stabbed in the back. They've left her for dead. Oh, am I still alive? Because you wouldn't know you were dead, would you?
No. And
No.
the phrase "delightful surprise" seems a little misplaced in the world that she exists in.
That's
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
It
What a
sounds more
delightful
like
surprise.
And even the situation, nobody's in pain going to say, "Oh, what a delightful surprise!"
Yeah.
I've
Could
been
you imagine?
stabbed in the back.
Could you imagine some guy getting off Normandy Beach after being pinned down for 4 hours and getting to the top of the stand and saying, "What a delightful surprise, chaps! We're still
I'm
alive.
still alive.
I can see
You
Roddy
know,
McDowell
pew.
doing that.
Let's go and get the Hun on top of the roof, on top of the ledge." And then you'd get, "Ooh, that's a big gun."
exactly.
It means you're a catcher, not a pitcher.
By cracky, that was a close one.
She's got a feature on there. Let's go back. Piece of feature on the
Go back.
Yeah,
But
go back.
that shot looks awesome to me.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Look at that third panel.
Yeah.
It's got pizza on the bed.
Nice.
Does.
Oh, I was going to say, who ordered the large cheese and pepperoni?
Yeah. Where are the anchovies?
Medieval DoorDash. Yeah.
Yeah, who DoorDashed this?
Wasn't he in Watchmen, DoorDash?
No, that was a member of the Justice Society at one point. In the 50s.
Yeah.
That's why they had to stop. That's when the Flash retired and the Flasher picked up. Anyway. Who are you? I am DoorDash. Give me some food to deliver now.
Yeah, I love that blue panel on top.
Mm.
Yeah.
No doubt. Is it just
I
me,
would
or
say
is that...
she's not really enjoying. Sorry to interrupt you, Scott. I would say she's not really enjoying a knife to the back there.
No, I don't imagine.
Yeah.
But on the
Yeah.
right-hand page, middle tier, the far right panel, doesn't that smile seem oddly misplaced?
Yeah.
Like she's
Yeah,
a
it does.
little bit too happy to be delivering her message or whatever. It's like,
That
yeah.
that panel that you're pointing out looks like Frank Hampson and Dan Dare type of stuff.
Ah,
Yeah. I can
yeah,
see
I can
that.
see that.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It's a bit strange.
It's a little.
Those drapes are good on the last panel.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
that whole
That whole
panel is
shot.
just phenomenal.
And look, wouldn't you have
Word
thought they
balloon
could have
planted right in the
exactly? Yeah, they could have put it in the black, couldn't they? The word balloons.
Yeah.
middle. This up
Yeah.
over here, just a little. Move that up over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And drop the it's. But what do we know, eh? What do we know?
Would have gotten it away from this figure.
Bugger all.
Yeah.
Just think in another universe, there's some of our work being discussed and ripped apart.
Who the hell gave that Roseman jerk a pencil?
Yeah, there's a panel somewhere with Stan Lee and all these people are ripping us apart. Stan's saying, "Did I write this?"
It's amazing that Randy Zimmerman couldn't believe he was around. Excelsior.
Yeah. Give me the Defenders for a little while. That's all I ask.
No doubt. Man. Yeah, again, the lighting just,
She seems a little out of proportion unless she's super tall. I would imagine she's got to be kind of tall there, huh? It just looks almost like two separate panels.
Like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
But nice if they could have established that the reference point, so it,
She just comes walking in. Oh, she's just standing up here.
Well, when you're painting flesh and colour, don't underestimate green.
I think you're going to have to explain yourself, Glenn.
Look at that panel there, the right-hand page, the second panel of the girl in the profile, the black girl in the profile.
Yeah.
She's got green on her nose and on the top lip.
Okay.
And if you do flesh, drop some green in. Just little marks of green maybe on shadows and things. It makes it really pop.
Good eyes. I've never caught that.
Okay.
Who's in the background?
Somebody's having a good discussion.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's
Okay,
all right.
Russ?
It just adds to the transparency, Russ.
Just
You're fine.
people, I don't have a sound studio with blocked out. I've got a house. People have access to my studio, unfortunately.
You're going to have to work on that, Russ. I think
can't
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're good.
I think a padded door and a lock is in your near future.
Yeah, many
Adds to
people
the
have said I
transparency.
would need a padded door.
A padded cell, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it goes with a cell. Yeah,
But we still love you, Russ.
thanks. Makes it all better.
There you go.
They have rather nice negligees on.
They do, aren't they? Very, very well drawn.
Not very
Finally.
medieval, but
Who cares?
yeah, who cares?
Finally properly dressed.
You can't have everything, can you?
Elastic, not quite invented yet, but here we go.
In terms of soundproofing, Susie depends purely on distance. She's got me so far buried into the basement, I'll barely find my way back upstairs.
It takes you 4 weeks to get out.
Yeah. Headphones are fun.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that's interesting about what's his face's house, isn't it? What's he called?
Who's his
Gene
face?
Hackman. Gene Hackman's house. Have you been reading about that?
No.
Well, yeah, because they didn't their
the
son
tunnels
kill him or
underneath.
something?
I don't know, but there's all these tunnels underneath.
There's something weird going on there, isn't there?
Somewhat dodgy going on, but anyway.
Oh, no kidding.
That's a
Is he
different-
one of those Tom Cruise? What's Tom Cruise?
Scientology?
Scientology. Yeah, is he one of them? Has he been hit on the head with shovel?
Not that I'm aware
No,
of.
No,
I don't think he is. I think they found out that these tunnels have been there for 50 years or something.
Oh, blimey.
Probably
Before
there
he
with
lived-
the previous owners. Yeah.
before he bought the house.
Blimey.
Really
Lord.
strange.
Well, Hollywood's a strange
Yeah.
place.
It is a strange place.
Apparently, there's a door.
How
I
much
don't know-
stranger it is with every Epstein email. So,
I don't know where they are with it, but there's a door. They found a door down this corridor, this tunnel, and it's locked from the inside.
On the other side of it is the
He's-
pyramids.
Well,
I hope Hackman is not a description of his pastimes. I mean, that's
Wow.
I think there's a
But don't-
grey locked in there.
It's a secret entrance to the Serpent Kingdom. Most of
It's all
the
been quiet, so they've obviously found something.
most of the Hollywood actors are reptilian anyway.
well,
Oh,
Anyway,
look at that skeleton.
Mm.
Why did they have to put the balloon over it?
Yeah.
Oh, balloon placement is, that's a bit of a thing for me.
Yeah. It wrecks it, doesn't it?
yeah,
it really does.
And
Just to
you
save
know
the
that
idea.
especially when it could have
most
gone up here
people,
and out of the way.
you know that most people that
Over here.
are, most letterers, are in most cases designers rather than artists.
Yeah,
I think. I
I
mean,
think-
maybe not at the start of comic books, but certainly as it went on into teams,
Yeah.
letterers were more on the graphic side than on the art side.
Right.
So you'd think they'd have a better eye. Do you know
But
what I
I
mean?
think-
Sometimes they put their bubbles in the most ridiculous places.
I think that's an editorial indication. I think that's on a markup.
think?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yep.
That's rubbish then.
Good
Yeah.
one.
Joe Duffy, edited by
Shooter.
Joe Duffy.
Joe Duffy. I think that's an editorial, panel, page 59, panel 1, bubble A,
Yeah,
I would imagine
Yeah.
that the letterer would get proofs of this marked up A, B, C, where to put the page, the panel, the lettering.
True.
Yeah, that panel with the skeleton, if it was today, it would have been like bones, human bones, them.
Yeah, I agree.
Them pronouns.
Gee whiz.
Again, that panel there you point out, look at what she's thinking. The sun was in my eyes when I shot for an instant. I was what?
Why would you think that?
You wouldn't think that, would you?
Yeah.
What you'd think is damn son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
She's thinking, I think I killed her. I'm sure I hit her, but to make absolutely certain before I, it's overwritten. Soz, Chris. You're very good, but
Mm.
Soz Chris.
Chris.
Christopher.
Christopher.
okay.
Yeah.
Christopher S.
Hard one.
Oh wow.
That jump
Yeah.
is great.
Cat fight. Yeah.
That jump is just amazing.
It's a bit Spider-Man-ish, isn't it? Look, I have been tricked,
Yeah.
And once
Yeah.
I dispose of it's Spider-Man, isn't it? It's,
But we are, we're in 1985, so a
Yes.
lot of the writers are coming off the back of, Stan Lee prose from the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah.
So they're
Claremont-
kind of finding their way, aren't they, as far as how much text they should be putting on and how little. And how descriptive it should be as well. Sometimes, like you're saying, the whole Spider-Man thing was a bit over-descriptive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And at this point, Claremont's probably writing a lot of Marvel team-ups with
Yeah.
Spider-Man in it. So,
Would he be doing X-Men at this point as well?
yeah, probably finished
85,
up.
yeah.
85. That's
Yeah,
right.
probably.
It's right
Yeah.
in the middle of his ego stage when he couldn't do any wrong, and he was reliving the Phoenix Saga for like the fourth or fifth time. Storm went dark, and Phoenix comes back and goes dark, and who knows who else.
But Claremont is a great superhero writer.
Yes.
This might have benefited from an action adventure writer.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
think he ever did much other.
He didn't do
fantasy sword
Conan
and
or anything,
sorcery
did he?
or anything.
No, and his attempts. I know he did a novel of a futuristic, a female pilot in the future that went over like a lead balloon, and he never wrote another novel after that I'm aware of. So,
okay.
Yeah, he tried to stretch his writing ability, and
It snapped.
it wasn't incredibly well received.
You know, Peter David tried that too. I mean, he did more than Claremont did in novel terms, but
David went out and wrote a couple of movies. He did some hard screenplays, I think, and
did David
did a
die?
ton of books. Yeah.
Did he die?
He passed away last year?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Last year. Just this last week, though, we lost Gary Conway, who co-created Punisher and wrote a long string of Marvel books. I always thought that he stopped working at Marvel in order to go write Law and Order, but apparently it's two different Jerry Conways.
He's not the same one. Oh, no kidding. I thought he was the same one.
I thought he was too, but apparently not. And Len Straczewski passed.
Yeah, I heard about
that. Who started out on editing Troll Lords for Fricky and Biederstadt way back when. And
no kidding.
Ended up working for DC for a bit. Did a nice run on Justice Society with Mike Perelbeck.
Oh, okay.
Wrote that run, and then did Prime for Malibu. Created Prime.
Oh, hand in hand with
for the Ultraverse.
Tom Mandrake.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, didn't I always thought that Jerry Conway's one of his best pieces was when he wrote the Spider-Man Superman, the first team up.
Yeah.
That I just loved that whole thing. It read wonderfully. It was a very digestible plot, and he had the characters down pat. It was just awesome.
Yeah, he's a real good writer.
The amazing thing about
he was good.
Jerry Conway, didn't he write The Death of Gwen Stacy when he was 21?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was really young.
And he was 2 or 3 year veteran then.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, what feathers in a cap that is.
This is talent, boys. This is talent.
That whole run, though, of Spider-Man with Ross Andru, I think that's a high point for the era. You know, really really made me appreciate Andrew's work.
Oh yeah,
the Death of Gwen Stacy and the Death of Green Goblin, around 120 through like 140, 145, something like that. It's just
and what seems so appropriate is that with Ross Andru drawing the Spider-Man Superman team up, is because he had a long run on both series, on Superman and in Spider-Man. So he was a perfect one to do the combo of the two.
I was familiar with both characters, yeah.
Yeah. Even though Neil Adams, uncreditedly, would go into the DC offices and help kind of, tweak up the faces and some of the anatomy. So Andrew's work on that volume looks like his best work ever because Adams was doctoring some of it. So
yeah.
Wow.
Look at
her face, her eyes are a bit weird.
Yeah.
When I first looked at that, I thought she'd gone boss-eyed.
Yeah.
It's just a bit odd.
Look at the guy with the knife in his neck. Where's the Comic Code Authority when you need it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Some serious pain in this book, isn't there?
Yeah.
I wonder if She-Wolf there in that middle panel has got a little Marty Feldman going on there. Maybe not quite that much, but
he's got nobody loves me.
All right, you take the go in the toy bin. I'll take the one in the suitcase.
Gods.
Oh, that looks painful. Stab it up underneath his arm. Oh my God.
She's just horrible. So she had a fight with that girl, and then suddenly, like all girls together, let's just kill the men.
Yeah.
This sounds very modern.
Yeah.
Well, they did say Claremont was the woman writer at the time. So,
do you know, if somebody was shoving a sword in your stomach from any angle, you wouldn't be shouting "gods," would you? You'd be shouting, "Oh!"
Yeah, you would think.
Cough, splutter.
Ow!
I like the way she's holding her own wrist to get the force.
Yeah.
To do it.
Shove it up there.
Get in there.
Oh, man.
Blub, 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 blub.
And the shine on his arm is really good as well. Gods.
Well, doesn't that on that same panel, if you look up on his right shoulder, is that supposed to be the sword tip coming out of his shoulder?
Yeah, I guess so.
harness?
Yeah.
All the way through. Yeah.
If that's the case, the blade doesn't line up to where the tip is coming out.
It's a curved one. It's a curved
Yeah, it's a
blade.
curved one. Yeah, it's a curved one.
It's
I
a long
see,
old
gotcha.
blade.
Yeah.
Okay, then that works.
Yeah.
How dare you doubt it, Scott?
I
Oh,
have to brush
Scott.
up on my sword shapes.
Oh, Scott.
It's one of those us chicks got to stick together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little-
You know, that panel does remind me of that incredibly painful scene in the that movie Troy with Brad Pitt as Achilles when he
Mhm.
faces off with that giant and he
Yeah.
jumps and
Yeah.
drives a sword through his. Oh my God!
It's fantastic. That's at the beginning, isn't it? He just runs at him, doesn't he? And
Just
sort of
bounces up.
He sort of runs up him, doesn't he? And just
Yeah,
dispatches
yeah.
him. And then 16,000 warriors go, oh shit, let's go home.
Man,
Instead of let's all rush him at the same time.
Technique trumping power.
Like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, all at once, one at a time. Yeah,
If
yeah,
everybody
one at a
went-
time, lads.
Yeah, everybody went, they'd get him, wouldn't they?
What's that?
Famous words of inspiration.
Yeah, very Conan. The last
Yeah.
panel.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that girl in the top panel on the left. That's an unfortunate sort of bra situation going on there, isn't it?
Wow. No doubt.
Got to find a cup where you can find a cup, mate.
No, the girl on the left with the bow.
Yeah, what's that all about?
What's going on there?
She's made a bra out of Lego.
Yeah, that's out of Lego. Oh, I want to see a Lego set with that.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Lego nipples are all one size only.
Oh my God, that would be great. Well, there was a parody cartoon there somewhere. Randy, you got to whip that up. That sounds great.
Whip it out, Randy.
Lego,
Yeah.
Lego girl.
Yeah,
Lego
girl with
Lego with
girl.
bits.
An exclamation point. The
Lego
GRL.
girl.
Lego girl.
Lego mid tits.
Oh, Ross.
She'd have
Ross,
6 of
you
them.
got the
You could,
the winner. You got the trophy of the day. That's probably the best
if
joke.
you were still around, you'd get Michael Jackson to do this song, couldn't you? Lego girl.
Get incorporated dance move where he's pretending he's stepping on Legos. Be great.
You deserve your own bell for that one, mate. Ding dong.
Just leave me alone.
Bloody Lego pieces.
Oh my God.
So
The Michael Jackson Lego. Get it today.
There probably was some Michael Jackson Lego, to be honest.
yeah, maybe.
There we go. Man, oh man.
John.
Is that a painting or a photograph? It's a photograph, isn't it? It looks like he should be in the Pit and the Pendulum, doesn't he? With some prize dressed like that. You know, he looks like some Spanish guy from 1805, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Renaissance.
Yeah, it almost looks like a painting by Rembrandt. It's
Yes,
harsh
yeah.
shadows.
I was going to say that. Yeah, they're like the harsh lighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the picture of Chris. Yeah, there you go. Chris.
Yeah,
Chris. Nice
show
beard.
Bullet board. There you go.
Chris, we need a picture of you for the book. All right, there you go. And then
Yeah.
John, where's
Yeah.
yours? And he sends this. He goes and
Goes into the studio, has it photographed and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like it was done near the copier in the office.
Well, it's probably with the camera and the cameraman who set up his photo references.
Yeah, it's probably
yeah.
all his models. It's probably the same
It's this
thing.
great lighting there and everything.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Hey, John, lean on that thing for a second. There we go. Look at me. Got it. There's your picture.
You got it, baby. Look into the camera. Love it. Love it.
Pout, baby.
Look bored.
pout,
Look
pout.
bored. Yeah. There you go.
Nice.
That's great.
Oh, and somebody shut that window. There's too much light. Oh, never mind.
Can we see his mullet? It's 80s. Poofy hair. Okay.
Perhaps he just had curly hair. You don't know.
Just
Oh, that's a nice illustration.
Yeah, boy, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Is that anywhere in the book, or is that just?
I think that's just for the back.
No kidding.
It's lovely.
Yeah, that's worth a cover.
Yeah.
Nice weapon, though, with the slight curve.
What's the cover look like? I forget. Oh yeah, that
MARADA the She-Wolf, folks. Yeah, or MARADA, I should say.
MARADA the She-Wolf.
MARADA the She-Wolf.
Crazy woman.
Marv says MARADA is crazy woman.
That's true.
Is it just crazy or crazy woman in Portuguese?
Yeah, crazy woman, because there's a at the end. If it was a man, it was MARADA.
Oh,
and then with a D,
Crazy woman.
That'd be.
Let me write that down.
It's female. MARADA is female. MARADO is male.
Okay. Cool.
So have you seen Days of Future Past, the movie? That Disappointment?
Yes.
So Chris Claremont is in there, if you haven't noticed.
Oh, I didn't notice. Anybody else notice it?
Yeah, he's in there where there's a meeting about the mutants, and he talks for a bit there.
Oh, they snuck him in for a bit part. Yeah. Like
at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow, I didn't know. I have to look at that again. That's cool.
The comics were better. The movie was a total disappointment, at least to me.
Yeah. But that whole run, you can't, there's very, very few superhero comics that you could compare to the Byrne Austin Claremont run. So,
oh, I know. That was so well made, so well done.
Yeah. Look at the Wolfman Perez Titans that were coming out about the same time. Just amazing.
Oh God, those are
phenomenal work.
Oh yeah.
Do you have the Crow, Randy?
MARADA the She-Wolf. Yeah, I've got the Crow around here somewhere. I was just looking at the Caliber Christmas special the other day because I'm still trying to get everything together for the Anniversary. That's got a Crow story in it and a cartoony Anniversary story in it. So it's a great little Christmas special. But that's kind of fun, and it's a pretty rare book. It's mainly because it's got a Crow story in it. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
One of the first. MARADA the She-Wolf, folks. Marvel graphic novel.
Yeah.
Look it up or look for it at your local shows. You'd be surprised. You'd probably find these mixed into the magazine boxes, along with the Eries and the Creepies and the other Marvel graphic novels that come out during that period. It's later on in the run when they stopped numbering them. They just gave up numbering after a while. Just collected things into that nice format. About the same format as we do for the Atlantean. Only it's taller.
Got that one.
Better.
Yeah.
Rawr.
Rawr. And again, folks, Volume 4 of the Atlantean going to press this next week. Looking forward to that happening. Be with us on Sunday as we cover Akira. We start book 3 on Sunday. That'll be part 7. Part 7.
Nice.
So really glad everybody was able to stop by today. Appreciate everybody being here. Scott, since you didn't get a chance at an introduction, why don't you tell folks how they can find you?
On Facebook most of the time. I'm doing conventions this year. And this weekend, particularly, I'm going to be in South Haven, Michigan at Free Comic Book Day at Kruger's Comics. So if anybody's listening here and they're going to be out and about, stop by. We'll have some laughs and everything. Other than that, I said you can find me on Facebook and, again, hopefully here a little more often. So swing on by.
All right. Marv, please tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me always on Instagram. So I'm posting weekly my work on my graphic novel. I'm on page 38, I think. And for today's recommendation, I have Dracula by George Bess, French artist, black and white.
Ooh,
You've shown that off before. That's beautiful. Yeah,
this
nice.
is a take on Bram Stoker's novel, and it's just beautiful.
Italian?
Oh, this is beautiful.
Did you say where is that from?
France.
Excellent.
And who's the artist?
George Bess.
Josh Bess. I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Great footballer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did Frankenstein too. It's great too. I have that one too.
They
Very
look
cool.
like phenomenal volumes. Just fantastic.
Yeah.
Russ, please tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me at russleach.com. Sign up for the email list there so we can tell you when the latest issue of the Atlantean is going out to retail, and when the next when issue 5, end of volume 1, will be available for crowdfund. So go to russleach.com, sign up for the email list.
Well, get a haircut, you hippie. Look at that.
Yeehaw! Me, hair.
Yeah.
And get out of the sun. You're getting way too tan.
It's been a while. My camera's broke. I don't know why. I can't get it back. It's
No big deal.
too technical.
That's all good. Glenn, please tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me here most Fridays and Sundays with these lunatics talking about this wonderful artwork. But if you want to find my work, go to Amazon. I've got 12 books on there, different genres. I hate that word. What is another word? It's different things
subjects.
anyway. Different subject. That's it. So I'll pin that to my screen.
Yeah.
Different subjects, 12 books, and I've got magazines and all kinds of stuff. Comics Limited got 15 issues up there. Crikey is on eBay, and I'm going to look at reissuing that and all that kind of stuff. But generally, go to Amazon for my work.
All right.
Awesome.
And folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find, sorry about the glare over there. You can find my work over at Motion Capture. What?
It's the aliens. They're coming for you.
Yeah, they are. It's a J.J. Abrams lens flare is what that is. I'm actually on the start on the USS Enterprise as we speak. Anyway,
it's a sun.
You can find some of my work over on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Just go look for me wherever if you want to talk to me directly. And usually Facebook is your best bet to get a hold of me at. Be on the lookout for Atlantean 4 being fulfilled here within a couple of weeks, and I am deep into the script for Atlantean 5. Finishing up.
Good. When am I going to get it?
I don't know.
Oh, look at the demanding art.
I need it now.
You need it now?
I need it now.
All right.
No, plot's no good.
You can start.
I can't draw from a plot. I don't care for a plot.
You can start designing monsters and things.
I'd design it on the fly. Get me a script.
Russ, just get your Jack Kirby head on. Get your Jack Kirby head on and just ignore everything.
Just ignore the script.
And just draw your own story.
He does a lot of that already. Don't give him any ideas. He does that already. I go through and I says, I didn't have him saying that. I said, well, wait, I guess I did. All right. Anyway.
Who drew that picture you're showing now on your Russ?
Who drew what picture?
That picture that you're showing on your.
Oh, what, my icon?
Yeah.
That was me and Renato.
Right. Well, did Renato colour it?
Renato painted over the top of my work. Yeah.
Right. Well, Renato has just sort of proved what I said earlier about the green. Look at the green on his chin and his cheek.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Renato knows what he's doing with paints. Yeah, no doubt.
He does. Love that guy's work very much. So
I don't know, but he does.
You know. I was simply saying that he was doing what you know. You know.
I know.
No, you know. Folks, we do this twice a week. Friday mornings at 5 a.m. We're Comics by Night, where we look through great comics. And then Sunday mornings is Sunday Funnies at 9 a.m. Those times are Eastern Standard Time, so adjust your clock throughout the world, where we look at comics as well as some more oddball material. Right now on Sundays, we're going through the classic, iconic Japanese manga Akira. And if you haven't seen that work, you need to see that work. We're learning a lot as we go through as well, even though it's been a couple of decades since we've cracked that book open. There's always something to learn from sequential art if you look hard enough and you're in this business. Always a new angle, always a new composition, a new way of telling stories or a different way of telling stories. You can always be looking at this stuff, and that's what we do here because it inspires us and spurs on our creativity.
Now, Lord knows, Scott. Randy, we have plenty of material to choose from to show books and everything. But what Marv was showing with that Dracula volume, boy, that would be really fun to see some of that.
Yeah, some gorgeous work.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I've got some Dylan Dog work, some Italian and French comics here. It's that we'll be taking a look at here soon.
Was that say Deputy Dog?
Say what?
Deputy Dog.
Dylan Dog.
Right.
Dog.
Hey, Muskie.
That's a whole different character.
Hey, Deputy Dog. Hey, Deputy Dog. Let's go check out the picnic basket.
The picnic, but that's a bear.
Oh,
the picnic.
Right.
Picnic
cross-referencing.
Hey, boo boo.
Smarter than the average bear, boo boo.
Hey, boo boo. Let's go get a picnic basket. Anyway.
I don't know.
Everybody, take care. Visit your local retailer. Look at those boxes that might need a little attention. You'd be surprised at the great sequential art that you'll find there. Old copies of Eries and Creepies. You can never go wrong. Even a 1984.
Before we go, we should just say hi to
magazine.
The chat.
Yes, we should.
Hi, chat. Bye, chat.
Hi, chat. Bye, chat. Sarah came on.
Dave's been.
Sarah.
Glenn.
And Al was
Al
here.
Davis in the house. Cheers, guys.
Dave
So
from Genuine
that was
Comics
great.
was here.
See you Sunday for Akira. Yeah,
Marv, did you
Sarah,
use a little
and
kiss? Did I see
at
that?
the
Did I
end,
see that? Right?
Jim, Russ, Sarah. Hope you're doing okay.
Sarah.
Good to see you here. Yep. Hello. We must be going. Very.
And George from Critical Blast came on earlier. Hiya, George, if you're still here.
Yeah, Russ.
At the end. Was watching today. No commenting. Oh, sorry, Al. I'm going to have to back up and watch the show. Yes, Sarah.
That's right. Get on it.
Oh,
beep,
panel.
Beep,
There's this.
beep, beep. That's her backing up.
Yes. All right, folks. On our way out the door, we want to remind you of the iconic words of Confucius, who says, "Everyone's an atheist until they get it, until they clog a toilet at someone else's house."
Oh God!
Oh, Sun Tzu, great Sun Tzu, not Confucius. Just a great Sun Tzu said, "Everyone's an atheist until they clog a toilet at someone else's house."
The art of dropping the kids off.
I remember, in the classic words of Jack Kirby, "Kid, comics will break your heart."
They most certainly will.
No doubt. Okay, guys. Russ,
the best,
Marv,
folks.
Glenn,
Have a
and
great
Randy.
and safe
Catch you later.
weekend.
See you, Scott.
See you,
See
Scott.
ya.
On Sunday. Take care, everybody. See you soon.
Dania.
Hi, y'all. It's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is urinal. Now, honey, I don't know why you yelled at me like that, but guess what? You're in a lot of trouble right now.
The results today from a poll asking, is immigration a problem in the UK? 27% say yes, and the remaining 73% said la mushkila ala al-itlaq.
The cops are doing their job as long as they don't be mean to people who are actually being innocent. Then I'm all gravy, baby.
The reason I'm still alive is because I wear an invisible helmet. You can't see it, but it's always there.
Everybody
What
get
was
your
that?
invisible helmet for the weekend.
This is not a charade. We need total concentration. Now, once again, this time, with the...
How can you close me up? On what ground? I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here. You're winning, sir. Oh, thank you very much. Everybody out at once.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the